All right, we'll get started in about a minute. We'll get started soon. Final setups. All right. Looks like we're just about good to go. Welcome to another live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. One person will enter the Hall of Champions every single stream. One person will enter every single stream. Play a variety of different games on this channel, like card games and Guess That Balloon and word games and stuff. Some I've made, some I haven't. Actually, we're going to do something. We're going to start it off with Guess That Balloon. The first person to correct the guess what I'm making will get a point on the scoreboard. Then we'll move on to some card games after we get a couple players in. Hey, welcome, Javier, former champion. Ray gun is correct. That's a point for Javier. Javier, welcome back. Welcome to the scoreboard. As a former champion, you are entered in as red. Javier currently holds the high score on the channel with 82 points. All right, guys, we're going to play some Mad Gab. Mad Gab's a fun one. First person to correctly guess what I'm trying to say will get a point on the scoreboard. Erased Rack. Playing Mad Gab. First person to correctly guess what I'm trying to say will get a point on the scoreboard. Erased Rack. 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 Hey, you, what am I trying to say? Erased Rack? Erased Rack. Racetrack. is correct. There's another point for Javier. I think we'll go back to Guess That Balloon until at least a couple more people join. First person to correctly guess what I am trying to make will get a point on the scoreboard. Only 2 guesses are allowed. Hey, Johnny Biz, welcome. I haven't seen you in a little bit. Not a giraffe. It is not a giraffe. Hey, Fireworks, welcome back. Welcome back. Fireworks, welcome back. Johnny Biz. Currently playing Guess That Balloon. First person to correct to guess what I'm making. We'll get a point on the scoreboard. Oh, that balloon's kind of trash. We'll go ahead and use a different one. It is not a dragonfly. Oh, man. Remember, you guys are only allowed 2 guesses per comment. Johnny, that was your 3rd guess, or 2 guesses per balloon. Johnny, your first 2 guesses were giraffe and dragonfly, and you're only allowed 2 per balloon. Have a good night, Johnny. First person to guess what I have made will get a point on the scoreboard. It is a flower. Fireworks. I'm going to make sure that was within your... Thank you, Johnny. Fireworks, welcome back, Fireworks. And welcome. It's good to see you again. Where are my markers? Here we go. Welcome to the scoreboard, Fireworks. You're currently in the lead for entering the Hall of Champions. All right, we'll move on to another round of Guess That Balloon. Moving on to another round of Guess That Balloon. Once we get a couple more people in, we'll move on to some card games. First person to correctly guess what I'm making will get a point on the scoreboard. Awesome, thank you, Fireworks. First person to correctly guess what I made will get a point on the scoreboard. Hey, Baronator, welcome back, a former champion. It is a dog, that is correct. Fireworks, you're the first person on my screen to say it. Ducky, you were a close second. Ducky, welcome to a live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. Welcome back, Baronator. We're going to do one more round. One more round of Guess That Balloon, and then we're going to move on to some card games. First person to correctly guess what I am making will get a point on the scoreboard. Oh, well, at least you went, right? Hopefully you had a good time. It's called fishing and not catching. That's funny. First person to correctly guess what I have made will get a point on the scoreboard. It is not a cat. It is done, though. You're allowed 2 guesses per balloon. It is a snake. That is a point for Ducky. Ducky, welcome to the scoreboard. Ducky, it looks like this is the first time you've earned a point on this game show, which means congratulations. I'll be entering your name into the Hall of Fame, where once you enter, you never leave. You are the 169th person to earn a point on this game show and enter the Hall of Fame. Congratulations. We currently have 49 people in the Hall of Champions. 1 person enters the Hall of Champions every single stream. Whoever's red on the board is a former champion. Whoever is black is competing to enter the Hall of Champions. 1 person will enter every single stream. Green-Eyed Jigs was the person who entered last. I think I might have said their name wrong. Give me 1 second out of respect. Nope, it was Green-Eyed Jigs. They were the previous one. All right, guys, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to Blurt. Blurt is a card game where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. If you don't know the answer to the first, you can answer the second, vice versa. You're allowed as many guesses as you want, but only 1 guess per comment. The first definition, the short, thick first finger of the human hand. The second definition, a band looped around the neck and used to support an injured arm or hand. Thumb is correct. That's a point for Javier. The second definition repeated. A band looped around the neck and used to support an injured arm or hand. It is not a cast. It is not a splint. I will repeat it. A band looped around the neck and used to support an injured arm or hand. Whoever subscribed, this firework is for you. I'll give you guys a hint. Normally your arm is held in this position. Sling is correct. A cast and a splint, they're good guesses, but sling was the correct answer. Javier, that's a 4th point for you. All right, we're going to move on to another round of Blurt, and then we're going to switch the card game a little bit. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, a platform that juts out from the side of a building. The second definition, small pieces of colored paper that are made to be thrown at celebrations. Hey, it's okay, fireworks. I've had to wear them before, too. You can't know everything. First definition repeated. A platform that juts out from the side of a building. Confetti is correct for the second one. That's a point for Javier. Barinator, you were a close second. I'll repeat the first one. A platform that juts out from the side of a building. Balcony is correct. That is a point for fireworks. Yeah, confetti was the second one. Small pieces of colored paper that are made to be thrown at celebrations. So I read 2 definitions at a time, and the first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point. However, 2 points are handed out. So some people get tripped up on the first one and they answer the second one. I have to give fireworks the point. Fireworks, I forgot to tell you, you're currently in the lead for entering the Hall of Champions. All right, guys, we're going to move on to Tribon Kids, the Kids Edition. Tribon is where I give you guys 3 things. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. We have a scorpion, a rattlesnake, a stonefish. It's not tail, it's not stinger, it's not all breathe. I'll repeat it. A scorpion, a rattlesnake, a stonefish. Poison is correct. They're all poisonous, which I actually just Googled it. And venom is a type of poison, and I just learned something. I've heard that debate so much. Yeah, I just had to Google it because the answer said poison, so Google is venom a type of poison, and apparently it is. I thought that they were two very different things. But fireworks, you got it. You're at 4 points. Congratulations. Moving on to another round of Tribon. Ryan, I marched again today, and we won. Awesome. Congratulations. Rhino is also a former champion, the 48th person to enter the Hall of Champions 2 streams ago. Moving on to another round of Tribon, the first person. Rhino, that's awesome. You marched again today and we won. That is awesome. That is good. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Welcome back. I want to hear how the next time it goes too. I want to hear the next time too how it goes. That's awesome. All right, moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me these 3 things have in common. I'll get a point on the scoreboard. Yacht, Ark, Dinghy. We have Yacht, Ark, Dinghy. By a point. Oh my God. So what are you, 1-1 for the season now? Boat is correct. That is a point for Javier. Moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me these 3 things have in common, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. Freestyle, butterfly, breaststroke. Freestyle, butterfly, breaststroke. Swimming strokes or styles of swimming is correct. Swimming is correct, Javier. Rhino, that's awesome. You know, you guys come back from a loss with a good win. Well, hey. May not be awesome that you lost the first one, but it's awesome you guys won the second one. You know, you can't let them all. You're 1-1 so far for the season. I had a couple friends who did. I didn't. I had actually quite a few close friends of mine who did play tuba. That's awesome. I'm sorry, no, quite a few of my friends were in the choir. I think only one of them were in the band. Moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person told me these 3 things have in common. I'll get a point on the scoreboard. We have swine, hog, so. Fireworks, that is awesome. I was horrible at basketball. Oh, you're in choir too? That's awesome. Pug, pig. Going for Javier. I would have accepted hog as well. Oh, wait. Hog is actually... Never mind. Hog's on here. But Javier said it first. Our wrestling team was pretty good. Javier and I were on the same wrestling team in high school. Moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. We have a jockey, a chariot racer, a cowboy. Right now, are you in middle school or high school? Because I know a lot of middle schools don't have it, and sometimes some districts, they only have it for, like, high school. Wow, fireworks, that is awesome. They ride horses. Horses was the correct answer. That's a point for Javier. Fireworks, that's awesome that you're that good. I was horrible at it. Horrible. Moving on to another round. Tribon, the first person done with these 3 things have in common. I'll get a point on the scoreboard. Zeus, Apollo, Nike. Rhino, that's a point for you. For gods, they are gods. Rhino, welcome to the scoreboard. As a former champion, you are entered in as red. Oh, typos are accepted. That's okay for almost all games. Fireworks, you're in the lead with very little competition so far. However, it's not determined until an hour and 55 minutes in. We're going to move on to another round of Tribon. Tribon is where I give you guys three things. The first person to tell me what these three things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. We have a canyon, a basketball court, a glass. Wow, fireworks. That's exciting to look forward to. I bet you have to practice a lot to keep up that skill. Ryan, that's cool. That's cool. That's a fun sponsor to have. We're going to go ahead and repeat the Tribon question. First person to tell me these three things have in common. I'll go to points on the scoreboard. A canyon, a basketball court, a glass. Hey, Rebecca, welcome back. I'm feeling okay. I am feeling okay. I've been have had a rough week with illnesses. I was even contemplating today streaming. This is the second one though, but I'm feeling better. Not 100%. Guys, this is a tricky one. A canyon, a basketball court, a glass. First person to tell me what these three things. Whoa, Rebecca got engaged yesterday. Awesome. I'll give you a firework. That is awesome. Congratulations. Wow, that is congratulations. Guys, the answer was they have rims. Nobody got it, but the answer was they have rims. May 30th. Oops, sorry. I got married May 22nd. Wow, that is really cool. That is really cool. That is really, really cool. Congratulations. Oh, congrats on the whole family, huh? Whole family coming, huh? That's pretty cool. That's awesome. You guys want to while I keep reading the chat, I'm gonna read another round of Tribon. First person done with these three things have in common. I'll go to points on the scoreboard. We have ball peen, sledge, and claw. Got engaged, got a baby boy on the way. That's pretty cool, Rebecca. Hammer is correct. That's a point for Javier. Jason Williams Jr. Williams is one of my middle names. Went on another round of Tribon. First person to tell me what these three things have in common. We got a point on the scoreboard. We have liner, destroyer, steamer. Rick, I wish you the best in your marriage and your family and with your baby. Rhino, the best way to practice Spanish is to talk to natives. My Spanish had dramatically increased when I moved to Guatemala, and then again when I moved to Mexico a couple years later. I don't think anyone has this yet. I want to repeat them. Liner, destroyer, steamer. It's not hot. It's not sharp. Oops. I have no part in taking German. Wow, nobody has this one yet, huh? A liner, destroyer, steamer. I'll put another few seconds on the clock. They are boats or ships. They are boats or... Oh! I'll refresh it to see if you're above when I said done, just to be fair. However, I don't think you were, Javier. You were not. Ooh, just too late. All right. Your mom's Spanish teacher comes to your class? That's pretty cool. That's cool. That's a good way to learn. Have somebody you know. Moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me what these three things have in common, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. We have seat, pin, whoopee. Hey, default. Welcome back. Welcome back. The second person to ever get a point on this game show, and we currently have 169 people to earn a point. It's good to see you back, default. Thanks for popping in. We're playing Tribon right now. First person to tell me what seat, pin, and whoopee have in common. Cushion is correct. Hey, Emily, welcome. Awesome. Hopefully, you'll come back and then try to get on the Hall of Champions with your boyfriend or husband. I can't remember. I know you guys were a couple, but I can't remember if you guys were married or not. But it's good to see you popping in, and I hope to see you guys come in and play sometime. Javier, you got the point for cushion. Oops, that's too close. You're losing voice on purpose? Not a good idea. Why are you guys losing your voice? I was just coming off of sickness. Yeah, a lot of people are getting sick right now. Oh, fireworks. That's awesome. I love when people can pull together resources and help. You have to scream. Losing my voice is one of the worst things to happen to me because I still don't stop talking. Moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me these three things have in common. I'm going to point on the scoreboard. Bovine, steer, bull. Yeah, default. I'm coming back. I'm coming off of like a pretty bad sickness last week. I've been very, very sick. Bovine, steer, bull. They are cattle or cows. Point for Javier. Wow, one of you is losing your voice because of an illness. One of you is losing because you're screaming. Glad I'm not losing mine. Moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person, to tell me what these three things have in common, I'm going to point on the scoreboard. A shovel, a rake, a trowel. They are gardening tools. Point for Javier. Welcome back, Baronator. Wow, Rhino, that's crazy. If you're not losing your voice, you're not doing it right. That's motivation. That's determination. Man, that's crazy. I assume that's until you get used to it. Oh my God, that's cool. Wow. It's kind of like working out. It's not hurting or you're not tired or, stuff like that. You're not feeling it. You're not doing it right. Hey, fireworks, your responses almost seem to be lagging. I would maybe recommend refreshing the stream. Well, Ryan, welcome to here where you don't have to talk, but just type. Moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me what these three things have in common, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. This might be tricky. Vultures, hyenas, rats. You snapped your rod in half trying to get efficient. Oh, Baronator. Hey, Scavengers was correct. That's a point for Rhino. Baronator, I'm sorry. That's horrible. I snapped my rod about a year or two ago, and I had it for like 16 years. It was the very first fishing pole. I didn't snap it in half. I snapped the tip off. But I I had it for 16 years. Very first one I ever bought. Actually, now I think I've had it for 17 or 18 years. That's always kind of sad, isn't it? Moving on to another round of Tribon. First person to tell me that these three things have in common will get a point in scoreboard. We have snoot, beak, schnoz. Oh, I just dropped my rod in the water a few months ago. Actually, Javier was there. Oh, I'll tell you guys one thing. Javier and I were fishing once. He just bought this pole. Just bought it brand new that day. First time he cast it. Brand new from Walmart. First time he cast it, it snapped in half. I laughed pretty hard. What's the... Yeah, Baronator, that's a morning kind of moment. Second favorite rod. All right, Rhino. What's the dumbest thing, the smartest thing, and the scariest moment of your life? What a statement. Oh, have a good one, Rhino. I guess I don't got to answer it. Ooh, breaking your arm. Yikes. Nose, yes, terms for nose. First person on my screen to say nose is Rhino. Oh, no problem, Rhino. You did get the point. Oh, yeah, trust me, he returned it. I remember. That was rough. Oh, Javier, I remember I broke a pole once on my first cast ever with it. I didn't even see that you said that. That's funny. That's funny. Moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me what these three things have in common, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. Trio, triplet, trilogy. Three is correct. Point for Javier. Baronator, you were a close second. Guys, also, have you know, I've been thinking about doing other types of live streams. I'm still going to be doing the game shows as well, but I've been thinking about doing other types of live streams along with the game shows. So sometimes you guys might pop into a live stream and I'm not doing the game show, but just so you know, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing the game show. This is like one of my favorite things to do in a long, long time. So I won't be starting that anytime soon, though. I'm waiting until my book is published. My next book is published before I take on any more projects right now. Moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me these three things have in common, I'm going to point on the scoreboard. A toadstool, puffball, penicillin. A toadstool, puffball, penicillin. Mushroom is very close. Fungi is correct. There's a point for Baronator. I had to Google it too. Mushroom's a type of fungi. But not all fungi are mushrooms, otherwise I would have given it to you. Baronator, welcome to the scoreboard. As a former champion, you are entered in as red. Moving on to another round of Tribon. First person to tell me what these three things have in common, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. We have monocles, spectacles, bifocals. Types of eyeglasses is correct. That's a point for Javier. Moving on to another round. Actually, we're gonna switch up the game a little bit. Yeah, there's no other type of live streaming I want to do. It's just, like I said, be waiting for it. I think it'll be really fun. At least I'll have a lot of fun. I know that. Hoping you guys would too. Broke your point streak a few streams back? Heck yeah. Oh, you've been reading your mushroom book? Awesome, good. Ooh, this will be a fun one. We're going to play around a Family Feud. Up to 5 points can be handed out to the players. Up to 5 points, you guys allow as many guesses as you would like. 1 guess per comment. Name something joggers look out for when jogging. Name something joggers look out for when jogging. I don't know if anyone's going to get the last one. Done. GTG, adios, fireworks. Well, if you still have the highest score at the end of the stream, you will be entered in. All right, Family Feud. Name something joggers look out for when jogging. We have cars as a point for Javier. Dogs, another point for Javier. Broke my arm at 9 years old a year ago. Oof, I broke my hand when I was younger. Still hurts 15 years later. Barinator got a point for holes because puddles and mud is on here. It's close enough. Barinator, you're at 2. Moving on to another round. Or not another round, sorry. We have cracks is actually, weirdly enough, on here. That's a point for Javier. And we have... The last one was not said. Oh, Javier, yeah. Dog bit you and almost broke your arm. You still feel it. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Oh, man. It's rough. Moving on to another round. Moving on to another round. Yeah, it's weird. Getting damaged from something years and years later. That's rough. Still being able to feel it. It's rather unfortunate, especially when it's not even your fault. Moving on to another round of Family Feud. Up to 4 points can... Actually, we're going to skip. I'm going to save that one. Guys, we don't have a lot of players in right now. This is the least amount of players we've had in weeks. I know I've been gone for a little bit, though. It's also pretty late on a Friday night. That's okay. We're going to keep going. I'll just play some balloon art and keep it light. Yeah, and Sundays and Mondays tend to be pretty poppin'. New low for Friday night? Yeah, it's pretty rough tonight. That's okay. Battleship, maybe? Yeah, we could probably do some battleship. Oh, you're too good at battleship. We can maybe do a battleship. I think you two might be the only ones in, but that's okay. First person incorrect guess that I made. We'll get a point on the scoreboard. It is a swan. It's a point for Javier. Yeah, I check my analytics and stuff. And Fridays actually are typically not a good day for me to stream. It says a lot of my audience is not on as much on Friday as other days. Like the best days are like Sunday and Monday. But I like to try to do it still a little bit every day. That's why some days have 2, some have 1. And some, yeah, surprisingly. I was kind of surprised to find that out. Not a lot of people are on a Friday night. Sundays are the best. Mondays are the best. And then, actually, those 2 are just the best. But I still like to do it every day. I think I have to just be careful to maybe just do 1 on Fridays. I'm not sure. I also timed it a little weird today. Saturdays and Fridays are the best for you. You pop in anytime. Oh, Saturday's another good one as well. Saturday's another good one. Saturday and Sunday are way better than Fridays for me. I don't ever go out anymore. No, my life pretty much just reading, writing, making things. Sometimes working out when I'm not injured or sick. Ever since I got sober, I stopped going out as much. How's that song go? It's a sad, sad life. Oh God, on the weekends I usually be here. Yeah, I will usually be here too on the weekends. This is my life now. Welcome. Javier, are you talking about me or the dog? Or your dog? Thank God. Yeah, I thought you were, and I'm like, did I miss something? I was thinking the same. You're right, Barinator? Oh, I've known him so long. We've lived with each other a lot in the past, too, when we were younger and stuff. He's a very good friend of mine. That's funny as heck. I thought he was talking about me. I've been fortunate enough to live with a few of my friends throughout life. And that's always a fun time, especially when you're younger and still in the partying days too, you know? Richard Green! Now we're about 43 minutes into the second one. Not a monkey. Yeah, no, I've been, it is not a car. That's a good guess. Think of it as like green. Welcome back, Richard. How you been? Are you still sick? We're about 43 minutes into the second and last stream of the night. Richard, I've been better than the last few days, but I'm a bush. It is a turtle. Point for Richard. I still have a headache, and I'm not fully recovered, but I am doing a lot better than I have been before. Being busy. Richard, welcome to the scoreboard as a former champion. You're entered in as red. Yeah, I'm hoping to be fully recovered by the end of the weekend. I've never had a sickness last. Well, I can't say never. I haven't had a sickness last this long since I've had food poisoning. Rhino, welcome back. I know Ref Wolf's been pretty busy with the season coming up. I will die eventually, just hopefully not anytime soon. I still have a couple more goals I gotta finish. At the very least. Like, I want to finish the Appalachian Trail. I'm almost exactly a third done with it. However, last time I went on, I got married. So I got to be more careful this time. Although it went good last time. It went very good. Kind of, Baronator. Rhino, how do you eat a door? Richard, it's good to have you back. I haven't seen you in so long. I've been. It's good to have you back. Keeping busy is always good. Got married on the trail. I met this woman on the Appalachian Trail the first time that I was there, that I was on the Appalachian Trail. And we decided to hitchhike from Tennessee to Las Vegas to get married. We ended up getting married like on the 42nd day of knowing each other. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. We traveled the world with each other. We had a good start. We had a good ending. We had a really fun life. And then we're still friends, but we just wanted different things, so we went our separate ways in a sense. That's a polite way to say that. Rhino, how old are you when you ate a door? Yeah, I thought it was a really good 2 years. I grew a lot as a person. Sword was the correct answer. Rhino, how old are you when you ate a door? Piece by piece? I'm the first person to say sword. That would be Richard. Richard, you're at 2 points. It's been a pretty lull of a pretty slow, chill stream today. The last one was pretty fast paced, but we don't have a lot of players in, so I'm kind of just doing balloon art for a little bit. Yeah, Baronator. It's different. It's different. Like I said, I gotta be careful with the. There are objectively better times for me to stream. I was just very, very happy to be back in streaming because I went 3 or 4 days without streaming because I was sick, and so I knew I probably should have just done one today, or at least done it a little bit earlier at better times. And I also didn't make a community post as well because I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to stream. So I kind of made a few blunders in that regard on my part. But I was tired. I hated that yesterday I made a post and then I had to take it down because I just still was not ready to stream yet, and I felt really bad. So I decided today I was just gonna play it by ear and then just hop on. Yeah, I did hop on just for fun fishing stream yesterday. I was there for like, I think, where was I yesterday? My days are mushed. Yeah, that was fun. Thanks, Richard. Sorry. I promise, guys, this is one of my favorite things I've been up to, and so I truly feel bad that I haven't been able to do it. I probably should have skipped today too, just to give myself a final day, but I just felt too bad, man. I just wanted to get back to streaming with you guys. I also don't have a lot of recreational activities to do, so not a motorbike. Oh. So, like, even if I try to rest, I don't know what to do. Like, this is... If I didn't have to talk as much, this would be pretty restful, but... Everyone gets sick. Yeah, I gotta treat my body better. That's for sure. For everybody who cared about my safety and recommended that I drink a lot of fluids, I did drink half a gallon of chocolate milk today. I know that might not quite be what you guys mean, but I sure loved it. That's a good idea. What I actually been doing, good enough, right? What I've actually been doing is expanding Blurt for you guys. And I've been reading a dictionary. Man, I always mess this up. I always mess up the head on this one. Because there's a part I have to do. Fluids are fluids. That's what I was saying. How is this not... Well, I guess this is easier. Wow. Isn't that cool? I feel like this is a magic trick. You killed it. No, I put it back together. We'll go ahead and... was thinking we could play Lingo if that worked on here. Lingo. Well, Richard, thank you so much for the suggestion. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to go ahead and write it down right now. Thank you, Richard. I will. I'm going to write that down. Who said bear first? It's a head. I think Javier said bear first. Oh, no, Richard said bear first. Lingo. I'll have to look into it. I don't even think I've heard of it. Ah, it's dead. Yeah, I've been reading to expand Blurt. I bought a dictionary from a thrift store for like $4, and I've been reading. Well, I've not been reading it. I've been skimming it, just to find like nouns and stuff. Because you guys love Blurt so much. It's 1,597 pages long, and I'm on page 1,008. And I'm kind of a dweeb when it comes to stats, and so I actually have my stopwatch. Ironically, I don't have it right now, but I usually have my stopwatch on me. Well, I always have my stopwatch to be able to keep track of how long it takes, and I've put in, this is going to be goofy, 21 hours, 46 minutes, and 50 seconds so far into reading that dictionary, just to be able to expand Blurt for you guys. So I'm about 2/3 done. Yeah, it's oddly fun. Thanks, Javier. It's oddly fun, too. You were at a party, had too much to drink, and found yourself reading a dictionary. Oh, my God, a thesaurus. You know, the crazy thing is, like, I have a lot of fun I've had a lot of fun reading it so far. It's more... I have more patience. It's... I like to learn... I mean, sometimes it's a little daunting, but I like to learn. I also have stripped so many fun things out of my life that it's very easy for me to be entertained by things that otherwise might not be so fun. For example, reading a dictionary. Just because I'm trying to, like, hit my dreams and stuff, you know. You woke up with a page stuck to your back? You go to a funny party. Richard, that's over several sessions, though. That's over several sessions. I think I started like a week ago. Best book you read was Andy McNabb. I will have to check that out. Oh. Wait, is that a nonfiction book or is it a fiction book? Not a cat. Oh, Richard, that sounds cool. Campbell is correct. Point for Baronet or Richard close second. I read a funny thing the other day, and it was like, Every book is just a remix of the dictionary. I thought that was kind of funny. We're gonna go ahead and do the 5-minute. We got a few regulars in now, so we might move on to some card games after. It's true, right? We're gonna go ahead and take the 5-minute break. This is definitely gonna be the last stream of the day. I do hope on streaming multiple times tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. The play on words, yeah. Richard, that does sound like a really good book. That would be a really fun one to read. You'll be there. Awesome. I gotta go back. What was... I forgot to write that down. Andy McNabb. I'm gonna write that down real quick. Alright, guys. We're gonna start the 5-minute break. Y'all know how it works. Yeah, guys, I will post tomorrow and Sunday. The only reason I don't post some days is like today. I didn't even know if I was gonna have the energy to stream because I've had a pretty bad, well, not bad. I've had a headache, and I was waiting to see if it got worse or not. And so I didn't want to guarantee. I really don't like posting and then having to delete the post because I get worse. So today I had to do that yesterday. I felt so bad that I posted that I was gonna do it, and I ended up getting so much worse that like I took it down. So so that's why I didn't post today because I didn't even know if I was going to stream, and I'm like, I'm just going to hop on if I'm going to. But if I know I'm going to stream that day, I absolutely make a post. It's just when I don't know, then I don't. I don't make the post because I don't want to disappoint you guys. You just noticed you can see the bottom left corner now? Of what? Hey, it's Maddie. Welcome back. What's the bottom left corner? Of like this? Hey guys, we are. Oh, Maddie, you came in. We're just about to start the 5-minute break. I know it's been a slow stream. It's been a slow stream. Not many people have played. We're officially at the halftime under my table. Oh yeah. I've had some issues with the tablecloth and stuff, so I had to just kind of take it out. But we're gonna start the 5-minute break. I do agree. Hey, it's Shannon. I host the games and keep score while you play them by commenting. If you would like to support the channel and enter the Hall of Supporters, my Cash App is Shannon1742. My PayPal and Venmo are mindfuldiscovery@yahoo.com. These should be pinned in the comments. If you are interested in any of the games played on this show or the props used, I have affiliate links in the description. I earn a commission for each product bought at no extra cost to you. Another way you could show support is by purchasing my book, Beyond Solitaire, 52 Unique One-Player Games. This is a book on learning the rules for 52 solitaire-type card games with various levels of difficulties, chance, and skill. I wrote detailed instructions for new and experienced players to be able to learn these games, along with setup pictures for examples. Beyond Solitaire, 52 Unique One-Player Games is available on Amazon as a paperback book and on the Kindle store. It is also enrolled in the Kindle Unlimited program. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. You guys still here? You guys are having some technical difficulties right now. We have a minute left in the break. Who will enter the Hall of Champions tonight? My internet cut out. Thankfully, I have my mobile data, so I have to switch my computer to my mobile data real quick. The three key principles for this game show: we want to be fair, we want to have fun, and we want to be friendly. I personally want to thank this community and everyone in the Hall of Fame for helping develop this positive game show experience. Oh, thank you. All right, cool. We're all good and back. Andy McNabb, the rescue. All right. I'll write that down. Wait, Baronet, you said to Maryland and back. Where what state do you live in? Yeah, DC definitely can be a wild place. That's a really weird one. I've been there twice. And there's a lot of, it's funny how many homeless tents there are and like how many homeless camps there are for how many government officials there are. And that's not like a negative comment. That's just a very interesting thing that they allow. Virginia. Ooh, the Tour de France. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. There's a hiking trail. I was thinking about doing the Camino de Santiago. However, I want to finish the Appalachian Trail first. Guys, I'm having a lot of technical difficulties right now. I'm not going to lie. Virginia. Richard, that would be awesome. So you really like bikes, huh? I remember you and I talking about that before, actually. You were the other really big bicycling fan. Man, 2,200 miles that of the Tour de France. That's about the same as the Appalachian Trail. That's within a couple miles of the Appalachian Trail. The Appalachian Trail is 2,190. The Tour de France is 2,200. That's crazy. Richard, I don't. I have a lot of things in consideration right now for the move on whether I am or am not going to move. I've been kind of waiting on a certain factor that has been prolonged for a little bit longer than I like. And so I really don't know yet. A lot of things are up in the air right now. I was thinking about going to a Latin country like Peru or something. But then I had thought against it. Yeah, I love biking too. I love cycling. It's fun. I do it for a hobby though, never like a race. I was strongly considering moving to like Peru. However, I don't think I could stream if I go to Peru because I don't think the internet would be very good, and so I have a lot of things to consider because it's cheaper for, at least from the U.S. perspective, it's cheaper for me to live in like a Latin country than it is for me to live in the U.S. They all have random weather. I'm outside of Chicago. I do not want to be here too much longer. I might be here for a little bit longer than I thought. I'm so close. I'm so close to getting almost everything that I want. I'm so close, so close. And so if I stick it out here for a little bit more, a few more months, then I could probably go get a camper or something, like a cheap camper, and live in it. And that's really what I had that goal for a while. That is wild. It's easier to cover that distance on bike than walking. Yeah. On average, it takes 2,200 miles on the Appalachian Trail. On average, takes 6 months. 6 months to walk it. 13 miles. If you do 13 miles a day, it takes 6 months. And that's the people who try to do the whole thing in a year. 80% of people don't make it. And I was in that 80% because I got off the trail to go hitchhike to get married. And then got back and all our stuff was taken. Baronator, your name is London. That's cool. I've always wanted to go to Ireland to swim in the Shannon River because my name's Shannon. That was a weird goal I had as a kid. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of hanging out this stream. I know we're still here for a game, so I'm trying to stay on top of it. There's just so few people here that I've just figured I'd hang out and talk to, you know? And not to be first person to guess it will get a point on the scoreboard. Not a flower, it is a dragonfly. This would be an interesting flower. First person to say dragonfly would be Javier. Yeah, I've been contemplating quite a few things about where I'm going to go or what I should do. So it's been going a little bit back and forth because there's some good decisions and then there's some better decisions. So I'm trying to make the right decision, but how can you ever really know if it's the right decision? You know, I've just made the wrong one so many times in my life that I'm trying to avoid doing that. I don't know if I gave the point. Oh, I did. Where is... We'll play Tribon. All right, we're going to play Tribon. First person done with these three things I have in common. We'll get a point on the scoreboard. We have Violet, Orchid, Lily. Richard, I feel like that's the same with just so many cities. That's why I just really want to get a camper and some solar panels and go live in, just go like live on in a secluded area. Hey, James M., welcome back. I think flowers was the answer. There's a point for Richard. Yeah, I definitely am not a fan of city living. I've done it multiple times for thankfully short periods, and I moving on to another round of Tribon. Welcome back, James M. Welcome back. It's been kind of a slow, chill stream today. Moving on to Tribot. First person to tell me what these three things have in common. We'll get a points on the scoreboard. Top Gun, Rain Man, Legend. Thanks, Barinator. Tom Cruise is correct. That's a point for Richard. Whoa. All right, moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me what these three things have in common will go to points on the scoreboard. We have candy machines, jukeboxes, toll booths. Quarter, close enough. Things you need change for. It's a point for Javier. Moving on to another round of Tribon. I would have given it out to coins. It's a close second. First person to tell me what these three things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. We have broken bones, alarm clocks, tables. Welcome back. We have, it's not legs, broken bones, alarm clocks, tables. Cast is close-ish, kind of. This one's a weird one. Broken bones, alarm clocks, tables. I'm going to put 15 seconds on the clock after I read it again. Broken bones, alarm clocks, tables. So close. So close. This one was so specific. The answer was things you set. Things people set. So, broken bones, you set a broken bone. Alarm clock you set, and a table you set. Was anything that you guys said? Close. Oh man, that was a good one. That was a tricky one. That was a tricky one. All right, we're gonna move on to another round. Tribon. The first person to tell me these three things have in common. I'll get a point on the scoreboard. We have jig, chain, hand. Jig, chain, hand. Saw is correct. That was a point for Javier. Guys, I promise I'm not sitting on my YMs on one of my phones, but I'm not just doing nothing. Although it's probably not worth it what I'm doing, but you'll see soon. Moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me these three things have in common. I'll get a point on the scoreboard. We have carrot, pound, angel food. Carrot, pound, angel food. Cake is correct. That's a point for James M. James, welcome back and welcome to the scoreboard. Oh. carrot cake is your favorite. Oof. That's rough. I do not like carrot cake. Actually, I don't like cake at all, so I would have said that's rough to almost anything. All right, James is a former champion. You are entered in as red. Why are all these other streams begging for likes? Man, they beg for likes. They beg for subs. There's one dude who consistently streams just begging for rent money, which I mean, like, it's funny. I'm not saying anything negative. It's just funny that the world we live in. And this is coming from a humble perspective of spending 6 months on the streets when I was 19, journaling what it's like to live as a homeless man on the streets of America. And so I panhandled my way across America. And so it's funny to see some people virtually panhandling now. What a weird utopian world that we live in. It's interesting perspective. It's healthier than chocolate cake. Oh, I love chocolate. I love chocolate so much. Yeah, and I mean nothing negative about what I say, but it's just interesting to see it. So, I mean, isn't it crazy that you can just scroll? I mean, it used to be you go into a city. And remember, this comes from me doing it as a 19-year-old to fund my travels across, right? So I'm not, like, I'm talking from personal experience here. But isn't it interesting that it used to be you would see somebody panhandling in like a city or a town, like on a corner of a road with whatever their spiel is, whether true or not. But now you can just be scrolling on your phone. Bam! Panhandler. And it's like, whoa! That's crazy times we live in. Cash App has opened some doors, huh? Yeah, it has. Oh my God, guys, I'm not even joking. I thought it would be funny. I thought it would be funny to set up my stream against my wall and just sit there with like a whiteboard with like a panhandling sign and stuff, like one that I did as a joke, because like I don't actually need to do that, but I thought it'd be kind of funny. And my best sign when I was doing this was Darth, and like since I was out there on purpose, I didn't have poor me signs because I felt like that'd be a lie. I was out there journaling what it's like to be homeless, so I didn't have poor me signs. I just had jokes. My favorite one was Darth Vader killed my family, need money for a lightsaber. People loved that one. I got so many laughs. Somebody would donate. Oh my God. No, I feel like I could provide more value than sitting there with one joke for an hour. What a funny concept. What a weird world we live in. It's interesting. It's just interesting, man. Could you imagine if everybody had I'll get to this soon. Could you guys imagine if everybody, like, VR was in everybody's house one day? Everybody's house, and like there's like the meta world or whatever, and you can just walk around and there'll be someone sitting in a VR, like the corner of a VR bar or party or something with a sign. Like, this world is funny as heck. It's interesting. People would stare at me, hold a sign for an hour. Well, I really need watch hours, so I would consider. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to another round. Hey, Rhino, welcome back. Nash Shine, living in the Matrix. Moving on to another round of Tribe. On the first person to tell me these three things have in common. I'll get a points on the scoreboard. We have Minestrone Chicken Chowder. Imagine living in the Matrix. Soup is correct. That is point for Richard Green. Wrong marker. I don't know what this world is or isn't, you know? Who really does? Some people, I think, might. I don't. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. Yeah, guys, I am experimenting with other live streams. However, I'm going to continue to do this one. Yeah, James, I've seen a lot of people do the sleep one. There's one dude who I don't like this. It is an absolute scam. I'm 90% sure. There's one guy who clicks on a mouse, and he's so close to like 9999, and he says donate $50 and I'll break my mouse. I have seen 2 or 3 people donate. I sat there for 5 minutes and he never broke his mouse. I was so upset. Pretty sure it's just a looped video. Dude, I was so upset about the dishonesty in that. Like, it's a cool idea. $50 is plenty of money. Plenty of money for you to replace the mouse. It was just a bummer to see the guy lying about it, you know? Like, if you got a gimmick, dude, it is what it is. But, like, why be dishonest about it? Like, the sleep one. Actually, I have more respect for the dude who's a virtual panhandler, who just says, like, guys, I just need money for rent. I have more respect for him than the dude who says if you donate, I'll break my mouse, and every time somebody donates, he doesn't break his mouse. I have way more respect for the other dude. Moving on to another round of Tribon. First person to tell me what these 3 things have in common. I'm going to point on the scoreboard. We have Tony Hobbs, Detroit. Baronator, that's crazy. Just 200 people watch him do nothing for an hour. Yeah, Richard, I remember you and I having a conversation about that before. Yeah, I like the interactivity about this, and I get to know you guys a little bit, and you guys are from all over the world. Oh, I forgot we're playing a game. So sorry, guys. I'm having a lot of fun talking. Tiger was the correct answer. Point for Javier. I do want to experiment with other streams. I promise you, this is one of my favorite things I've ever done, though, especially because it ties in a lot of my favorite things to do, and so I'm not going to stop doing this. I would just do other streams, say in like the morning or something. James, I was thinking about doing a bad ASMR channel where I take pots and pans and I'm just hitting the pots and pans, and then like, I mean, I could totally do bad ASMR. Oh. Whew. Will I stream tomorrow? Yeah, I'll probably stream at least 2 times tomorrow, I'm hoping. Yeah, hey, people are allowed to like what they like. There's 8 billion of us. Just because I don't understand it doesn't mean somebody doesn't like it. You know, people are absolutely allowed to like what they like. You could make coffee with Richard. Dude, I'd watch it. I don't know, dude. Why not? Why not? Guys, I'm gonna deviate a little bit, but don't worry. I promise I will still be doing this. You guys will see some other streams. I'll probably have posted as well, though. So if you guys see me streaming and it's not on my community post, it's probably just me trying other things out. But moving on to another round of Tribon. First person to tell me these 3 things I have in common. I'm going to point on the scoreboard. Bread and butter, whole dills, sweet and sour. Pickles, correct point for Javier. Well, I saw one drunk dude had like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of like watchers. I say hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Okay, that was dramatic. He ended up having 11,000 views after like a couple hours. At any given time, he had 200 to 300. He was just drunk washing his dishes for an hour. Honestly, thank you. See, James, and thank you. Like, that's guys, like, I'm going to be honest. This is kind of what blows my mind. James, what you just said, like, you offer something, 2 hours of game show. It blows my mind that I have, like, it was almost frustrating to see that, like, I am playing games. I'm even making games. I'm like, I'm like, this is so interactive. People are having fun. The problem is people are learning here. I think that's the problem. Because when I saw that people were watching this dude drunk washing dishes for an hour, barely talking, I was like, my head hurts more thinking about it. I don't mean anything negative. I don't mean anything negative. Just sometimes it's just interesting to see people's interests. Which, like, hey, we're all into what we're into, right? Wait a minute. I don't even know many people who like doing the dishes. But you'll watch a drunk guy do them for an hour? Dude, this world makes no sense to me. 27 years old. The further I get, the less I know. Moving on to another round of Tri-Bond. Before I have to go wash my dishes for an hour. I'm joking, I'm not doing that. First person to tell me what these three things have in common, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. Families, trees, hair. Have a camera. Stems is close. Stems. Wait a minute. Oh, no. It's close, but it's not quite it. Stems is above the ground. What's below the ground? Root is correct. Point for James M. Sorry, guys. I went on a little bit of a tangent. Maybe said some distasteful things I shouldn't have. I don't like to talk ill. I'm just so curious about, like, psychology and the human minds and, like, what like attracts people's attention and what doesn't, you know? And so when I see people watch somebody do dishes for an hour, that blows my mind more than so many things that should actually blow my mind. It's true, James. More you know we learn. Oh, we got 25, 27 minutes left. Guys, we're going to move on to another round of Tri-Bond. The first person to tell me what these three things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. We have an Escort, a Festiva, and a Cadillac. Festiva? I accidentally swiped, and I'm not too sure I understand this new generation anymore. At all anymore? Yeah, that's fair. Wait, Baronator, how old are you? Well, you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Types of cars is correct. Cars are automobiles. That's for James. Went on to another round of Tri-Bond. First person to tell me what these three things have in common, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. Brazil, macadamia, cashew. Nuts is correct. Point for Baronator. Oh, I gotta make your other point a lot darker. Yeah, I've got siblings between the ages of like 5 and 19, like 7 of them, and it's fun to watch the differences in generations. It's very fun. See how massively different they are. Well, I have a weird generation too. We're on another round of Tri-Bond. First person to tell me these three things have in common, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. We have Rip, Hack, Buzz. Yeah, my generation is typically commonly known as the last generation to grow up without technology and the first to grow up with it, like heavily integrated and stuff. And the difference was if your parents had the money for it or not, which is a really, really wild thing. Saw is correct. Point for James. I had a flip phone until I was like 21 or 22, actually. I miss that thing sometimes. I really do. I could use it more now than ever. Stay on track. Speaking of, moving on to Tribon, first person to tell me these 3 things have in common. I'll go to points on the scoreboard. We have pound, star, operator. Keypad, numbers, buttons on a phone, close enough. Barinator will give it to you. Yeah, Richard, I remember having a knock on my friend's house. I can't remember the last time I've seen somebody do that. That's even what mine was until like most of my childhood, probably till like late teens, I think. Our public school just went away with phones during the day. Kids went nuts. How will I survive? I was like, dude, I made it. We didn't have phones, and Mama didn't get a call unless principal was whooping. You guys want to know what's crazy? The very first time I ever hitchhiked from New Orleans to Los Angeles and from Los Angeles to California, I had a flip phone. I didn't have maps. So I couldn't go on my phone and check to see where the best road to take. I couldn't check to see, yeah, you know what, it'd be better if you dropped me off on that exit instead of this one because there's a gas station there. I couldn't check any of that. I literally just know, like, yeah, I'm going west, or when I was going to Chicago, yeah, I'm going northeast. And, like, that's kind of mind-blowing. I'm cool I had that experience. I did not have a map the first 4,000 miles that I've hitchhiked in my life. I did not have a map. I had a flip phone. SIM card is the size of your bank card. Yeah, that's excuse my language. That's crazy. Wyatt, welcome back. Welcome back. You just got your first phone at 14. I mean, I had my first phone around then, but it was a flip phone. It wasn't like a smartphone. So all I could do was text and call and throw it at things, and it wouldn't break. That was a nice one. Moving on to another round of Tribon. First person to tell me these 3 things have in common. I'll go to points on the scoreboard. The sleeper, walk the dog around the world. Yeah, Barinator. It's actually kind of wild because I don't think I would hitchhike now without a map. And looking at the fact that I did it the first 2 trips that were 2,000 miles each, roughly, I'm Yo-Yo is correct. I was surprised. Especially as a dumb 19-year-old who really didn't know anything about the world. I was surprised I was fine. Just got done with your first football game. How was it? Speaking of, Wyatt, you got Yo-Yo. Welcome back. Wyatt, welcome to the scoreboard. Barinator, that's funny. Oh, James, but they were tough though. I break my phones probably almost once a year now, but when I had a flip phone, 4 or 5 years. I'll tell you guys a fun story. Ooh, Wyatt, I hope you're good. I hope you're good. Jeez. I'll tell you guys a fun story. I one time lost, and I live in where it snows 4, 5, 6 months out of the year. I lost a flip phone once in the fall. Found it in the spring. And so it just went months of snow sitting on it. Then the spring coming, the snow melting, sitting in just the grass with water, and then it snows again, and then it melts. Took that flip phone when I found it 6 months later in the spring. Took it inside, put it on the charger, and it turned on, and it worked. That wouldn't happen with a smartphone today. Moving on to another round. First person to tell me what these three things have in common, I'll get a point on the scoreboard. We have spring, fall, summer. Speaking of Matrix. It's funny, I feel like I keep talking about a topic and then it pops up on the card. Awesome, congrats on the win. Seasons is correct, point for Javier. Correct, Baron. Oh, I'm sorry. James actually said season first. I'm sorry, I just realized James. Point for James, you're at 5. James said season first. Yeah, maybe a map. Oh, man. Moving on to another round of Tribon. First person to tell me what these three things have in common. I'll get a point on the scoreboard. We have ring, index, pinky. Wyatt, that is awesome. That is an exciting first game. That is an fingers correct point for Baronator. That is an exciting first game. First time on the field. First season in, first time on the field. You get your win. I bet that was exciting, man. I bet that was really exciting. Good for you, dude. Wyatt, where are you? You're at 2 points? I'm pretty sure you... Oh, no, that was Baronator. My apologies. Sorry, guys. I've just been having kind of a... It's a 4-hour drive back. Woof. Yikes. Yikes. Moving on to another round of Tribon. The first person to tell me these three things have in common. I'll get a point on the scoreboard. We have stud, hoop, clip. Like the old Nokias, you could throw. Oh, that is true. Unlike the old Nokias, you could throw them from space and would survive in possibly nuclear fallout. Dude, those things were... They were tough, dude. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. You can't get a phone wet now. Like, I miss the flip phone. I miss the durability of them. Also, the charge would last like a week. I think that was one of the weirdest things for my brains. I have to charge these smartphones like almost every day, it feels like. And the other ones, they used to last a week, and then also no distractions. You're hanging out with friends, you can just text or call somebody. Even if you're doing that, it's a minute here and there. Now, infinite apps to get lost and hate it. Oh, I had a Razor for a little bit. I had a Razor for a little bit. I forgot we're playing a game. Sorry, guys. Did anyone get it? Earrings is correct. So you're on the bus. All right, Richard, you got it for earrings. I don't know, man. I sometimes miss the simplistic times, but I'm also grateful of the time that I live in because there's a lot of opportunity, a lot of opportunity to create your own way in this world. I mean, like, look at this too. I mean, even now, this book was 100% done by myself, from the formatting, the writing, the editing. I used AI a little bit to help me edit, though, because I knew my grammar wasn't the best. Like, I wrote it all, but I had used AI. That was the one part in my writing career that I knew I could not do myself, was editing, so I had to run it by paragraph into AI and it was okay, so I had to be extremely diligent. I think it ran it through my whole entire book through there like 2 or 3 times, paragraph by paragraph. But anyway, it's cool the technology we live in, because like, this is print on demand. Like, I didn't have to invest money into ordering a lot of these, so like, as somebody orders one, it prints it and then ships it out. And so like, the startup cost was different than what I thought it would be. Still costs a lot, but for different reasons that affect different people. So yeah, there's just a lot of... I miss the simplistic days, but I also appreciate the opportunities. All right, moving on to another round of Tribon. First person to tell me what these three things have in common. I'll get a point on the scoreboard. Pelvis, rib, spine. Bones is correct. Point for James. You're dying if you Google. Wyatt, too young for a flip phone. Oh, all right. I'm going to tell you a fun one. Wyatt. I don't know if you've ever had a flip phone, but you have to press the button a certain amount of times to get a certain letter. I was one of the few kids in my high school who actually had a flip phone. Like most kids had a smartphone. I was one of the few who had a flip phone. Well, I remember I was also one of the few kids who never got caught texting in class because I could do it so fast without looking too, because it's muscle memory. There's only a few buttons. So I could be looking at the teacher, watching them while typing on my phone underneath and like sending a text, and I never got caught texting in class. And I even had a teacher once tell my class, and they said, "You guys know how obvious it is for us to catch you guys texting in class? Nobody looks at their phone, or nobody looks at their crotch and just smiles." That was pretty funny, and I still never got caught with my flip phone. Because I didn't have to look down to see the keyboard. Like I could actually look up and do it. Some of them could play Snake. Not all of them. Some of them. A lot of them could play. Moving on to another round of Tribon. First person to tell me these three things I have in common. I got a point on the scoreboard. Yeah, Banner, that's how they would catch people texting in class on their phone, because nobody's looking down like that, because they have to see what they're doing. We have Kilt, Tutu, Moo Moo, or their crotch is glowing, right? Well, Richard, I was doing it so much. I had a flip phone for so long, and then I was so used to it. I bet you I could still skirt. Dresses or skirts was correct. I bet you I could probably still do it. Mrs. S, yeah. History teacher. If we're talking about the history teacher, yeah, we were. Javier and I have a long history with each other. I've known him for 17 years. We went to the same elementary, middle school for a while, and high school. Well, elementary for a little bit. Who said? Yep, Mrs. S. James, you got it. Richard, you're a close second. That was a fun teacher. That was a fun teacher. I remember in class once, somebody asked her if she wanted to have kids. And she just looked at the class and said, "I don't like kids. No, my tubes are tied." And then went back to teaching. Bros till the end. I agree. All right, moving on another round of Tribon. We have Ferry, Icebreaker, Barge. Ferry, Icebreaker, Barge. Types of boats is correct. Point for James M. Sorry, guys. I'd like to apologize. I know this isn't the typical game show that we're doing. We just got a lot of former champs and regulars in a very slow night, and so I've just kind of been enjoying talking. Awesome. Thanks, James. All right, we have another round of Tribon. Nice to talk. It is nice to. Battleship. Yeah. We'll finish this card. It's easier for me to keep track of if I do them all. We'll finish this card and we'll do another thing of Battleship. We've got 10 minutes before at least the points end. They're doing a Titanic 2.0, like another iceberg, another ship, or another movie. We have sound, shock, heat. Sometimes you forget it's a real thing and not a movie. Are you talking about the Titanic? Oh, you did say Titanic. Yeah. Wave is correct. Point for James. It was a long time ago. Yeah, I heard about that. Those plans have been in the work for a while. I remember reading a meme like a couple of years ago when I found out they were doing a Titanic 2.0, and the caption was like something like they didn't learn from the first time. I'm gonna pass on that cruise. Yeah, I think I did hear about that. That's been planned for quite a minute. All right, we're gonna play Battleship. Half the points have already been given out. I'm not gonna accept too many. You guys, I believe you guys all know think a lot of people will. Yeah, that's a horrible sales pitch, if I'm going to be honest. I think that is absolutely a bad business. What a segue! That is hilarious. Oh my God. That is. It was Javier who recommended it, and then when I pulled it on, oh my God, James, that is hilarious. Holy crap. What a segue. Oh. All right. That made my headache feel good. That was funny. Wow, Richard, I didn't know they did a test where the first one blew up. That's crazy. Guys, we're going to play Battleship. Not going to accept too many answers. Probably about 20 or 30 and then cut it off. Must pair a letter with a number. You guys have to guess where I hit my battleships. This is the second round of the night. Oh, wait a minute. I'm so sorry, guys. I actually never reset it from the first string. Give me a second. I'm realizing I don't think we did Battleship. I actually just cannot remember if we did or not. Sorry. I'm still not mentally 100%. And I think... Yeah, no, I don't think we did it yet, this string. Sorry, it's kind of tricky sometimes. Memories blend in together, and every time I do this, I'm in the same spot. All right. Yeah, James, I agree. It is sad that they perished. Especially like a young kid was on there too. I think he was 18. We're gonna play Battleship. You must the first person to hit my part on the Battleship with a point on the scoreboard. You must pair a letter with a number. The letter must be between A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. The number must be between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For example, you could say A1 or J10. Go ahead and go. They're making another submariner? Wow. Let the people who designed it go for the first ride. That's a good idea. Or at least maybe don't put humans in it the first time. You know? Maybe just drop it. Pull it back up, accepting no more. I mean, have they thought about testing it without humans? I don't know if they can or can't, but I don't know much about the technology of that, so I can't speak too much on that. Not exactly my area of expertise, submarines and stuff, and that kind of massive amount of tech that goes into that. I hope there's a massive amount. Maybe there's not, and that's why it imploded. Moving on, C4 is a hit. That is a point for Javier. E5, hit, point for Baronator. A9, miss. A7, hit, point for Javier. B7, miss. E10, miss. C7, hit, there's a point for Javier. EY is invalid. Oh, forgot to get a point. D7, miss. D10, miss. E7, hit, point for Javier. B10, miss. F7, miss. A10, miss. E6, hit, point for James. G7, miss. B4, miss. H7, miss. J10, miss. I7, miss. B4, miss. G6, miss. J7, hit. Point for Javier. I'm going to be very, very mindful that talking too much and rattling this off, it makes my headache worse. So I'm going to have to write that down. Be careful about Battleship when I have a headache. H10 is a miss. I10 is a miss. Sorry, guys. It's going a little bit slower right now. H4 is a hit. There's a point for Richard. H5. Hit. That's a point for Baronator. Where are the Baronator? There you go. 7 points. J5. Miss. Oops. I1. Miss. I7. Miss. Last one. G5. Miss. Javier is good at Battleship. Some Washington, D.C. people. Yeah, probably no humans in it, at least for like the test. All right, guys, we have about 3 minutes till the winner is announced. We're going to play Justifiable Thoughts. Justifiable Thoughts is also a tricky one with a headache because I have to be very creative for it on the spot, and I come up with the questions on the spot. That's why I haven't been playing it too much tonight, because it's just tricky to be creative with a headache. But we're going to try. I know you guys like it, so we'll just see what happens. Moving on to Justifiable Thoughts, where I have you guys name something starting with a certain letter, and the first person to give me a one-word or a sentence starting with that letter. And a one-word answer or a sentence starting with that letter will get a point on the scoreboard. Name a place you would hate to find a snake starting with the letter P. James, I appreciate that. Thank you, Shane. Even when you don't feel good, you take care of us. I appreciate that, James. I wanted to so bad stream yesterday, and I was going to, and I felt so bad that I had made a post and I had to take it down because my headache was way too bad to be able to do it. So I'm sorry about that. I love this show so much. AAA Market, welcome to the live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. Pants is a great one. Javier, you're going to get the point for Pants. You're the first person to say a good answer, starting with the letter P. I'm real glad you guys like this. I'll be doing it hopefully for a very long time. Yeah, I noticed that. I know I like seeing the comments that you guys leave asking if I'm okay. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, guys, we're going to play another round of Justifiable Thoughts. Pants is a good one. That's the wrong card. How do I word this? Name something a knife should not be made out of if you want the knife to work, starting with the letter C. And as in work, I guess I mean cut, but clay. Ooh, could you make it out of clay and it work? Because if you fire clay in a kiln, it might. Hold on, I think. I think you could make it out of clay and it work. Cardboard. Oh, God. True. Yeah, clay can be strong if you fire it in a kiln, and like you can make it to work. I don't think you can make it to work for too long, but I think you can make a clay knife work. I mean, obviously you would have to fire it. However, cardboard, I don't think you can make a cardboard knife work. Crayon knife, I'm going to give the point to Baronator for that. A crayon knife would have been a good one. A cloth knife, yeah. Cream knife, a corn knife, cheese knife. That's why I love this game. Yeah, all right. First person to have a good answer was Baronator. Javier, it wasn't a bad answer. It's just I think it could work at least a few times. But it'd be the resin cutting at that point. That's a good point. I like how you almost took the point away from him, but then you were still like, but nah, you got it. All right, guys, we have time for one more. And then we're going to announce the winner. Name something you should... name a chore a toddler is too young to do, starting with the letter B. Bake? Bring out the garbage, be a butler. Richard, you said bake. That's a good answer. Bake is funny. Bake is funny. All right, guys, that is time. We're 1 hour and 57 minutes in. A butler. A butler would have worked. A butler would have worked. I'm going to go ahead and read the scores. Probably chill for a few minutes as well. Oof. Amongst the former champions already in the Hall of Champions, we have Javier has 30. Fireworks has, Rhino has 3. Baronator has 8. Richard Green has 10. James M., you have 10. Amongst everybody else competing to enter the Hall of Champions, we have Ducky and Wyatt. Both have 1 point each, tied in second. Now to announce the winner of tonight's stream, who left so long ago, but I'll be happy to let him know he won next time he's in. Coming in first place with 4 points. Fireworks, congratulations, even though you left. Your points stay on the board. I'd like to announce the new winner, and that would be Fireworks. Welcome to the Hall of Champions. You are, I believe, the 50th person to enter. And whoever just subscribed, here's a firework for you. I think just recently saw somebody join. I do try to stream 6 days a week. This has been a rough week for me, being ill. It's been a very rough week, but hopefully we'll be back to doing it. AAA Market. It's a live game show where I keep score. You guys comment. You guys play by commenting. I usually give the points out to the first correct answer. Some games give multiple points out. Well, I shouldn't say I usually. I do give it out to the first correct answer. Sorry. Wording is important. Congratulations, Fireworks. And we had nobody join. Oh, no, Ducky joined the Hall. Ducky joined the Hall of Fame. Ducky is 169 in the Hall of Fame. And Fireworks is 50 in the Hall of Champions. That means we've done about 50 streams. Wow. Technical difficulty. Growing. Yeah, it's going. It's growing. It's growing a little bit. I like the steady pace. I do. It's easier to manage and figure out what does and doesn't work. Womp, womp, womp. Beep. My voice almost cracked saying the beep. Guys, that was super fun. I'm hoping to be more enthusiastic tomorrow. I'm usually a lot more chipper and enthusiastic, but, can't be as loud or as fast as I like to. These streams is growing. anyway. Guys, this has been fun. I'm glad you guys like it. I've seen so many of you guys come back. So many people come back week after week, and it's been really enjoyable. Well, I actually think my first of these streams was about a month ago. I think it's been about 4 or 5 weeks since I started. And I've gotten about 240, 50 subs from doing it, which is cool. You know what's really fun? I really like that I have more. I got more subscribers from doing this than people on the Hall of Fame. I think I have like 60 or 70 more subscribers than people on the Hall of Fame, and it's fun to see people come back at another time and enter the Hall of Fame. I don't know, I just really like it because I like that I've been keeping track of it. Snail's Pace is better than not being here. You know, another thing, I'd rather go to Snail's Pace than it just happen to blow up way, way too fast before I know what does and doesn't work. And I like this because, like, we're building a nice community, you know? We're actually building something that's cool. You know, fair, fun, friendly. And like doing this game show is more meaningful to me than like a lot of my past ventures and stuff because this deeply satisfies my soul and my mind. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys actually all talk to each other, which is cool. And it's pretty enjoyable. Like a spider web in my ear or something? Man, that is such a hard thing to catch sometimes, like little silky spider webs, you know? It's always good to see. I'm glad you guys like it. I love doing it. For the semi-most part, I have been saving the balloons that I've popped. So these are, I don't think I started this till my second box of 400. So these are all the popped balloons on the show. Most of them, they're not all of them. Wait, what is this? Apparently it's a needle in a haystack. Oh. That didn't work. That was supposed to be magnetic and stick to the the metal thing, but it did not. Oops. Shouldn't throw stuff. Yeah, that's another thing I like is how many people are like from all over the world. I love seeing that. Like Richard's from the UK. And then we have a lot of people from like I know somebody comes here from the Maldives. We just have people from all over. There's a few people from India and Pakistan, and it's super unique to see that this is just a melting pot of diversity and people are just all hanging out and playing games together. I think that's actually one of my favorite parts about it. So like not only do I have a lot of fun doing it, but just seeing the unity between people all over the world, and none of us, especially when we started, and especially when a new person comes in, nobody knows anything about the other people in here yet. When it comes to having fun and playing a game, we can all just sit down and have a good time, and I really like the purity in that. I think there's a lot to learn from this situation. Yeah, Richard, I agree. Hey, Fireworks! I'd like to have you know, since you missed it, you are the new champion with 4 points. Welcome back, Fireworks. You came in at a good time. We're actually done with the stream, but congratulations. You at 4 points entered in the Hall of Champions. Oh, you missed it, but I don't have any more balloons to throw because I popped them all since I did the show for you earlier, but you weren't here, and that's why Like, don't delete people's points. Or, I mean, erase people's points until the end of the stream, because this is not the first time we've had somebody get enough, come back, leave, and then they still won. Yeah, we popped all your balloons. I'm so sorry. Fireworks, I can try to make you a balloon trophy if you'd like. It'd be the first time trying it. Oh, and since you made it, here's a firework for you. I'll try to make a balloon trophy for you. Give me a second. We'll see how this goes. I've never tried to make this. I'm just going to look at one on the internet real quick and see if I can just mimic it. Sometimes I can do that. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, this will be interesting. I might fail epically. I don't even know if you're going to be here long enough to see, but I'm going to try. I'll just try. Do it. You have to. All right. All right. I'm just gonna try, guys. I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can zoom into this thing. Pick a color. Fireworks. Blue. All right. I hope blue-ish, tealish is okay. No, we got enough blues. Yeah, there should be enough blues in here. I'm trying to make you a, I don't know, that's green. I'm trying to make you a trophy real quick. There's only one picture on the entire internet of somebody making a balloon art trophy, so I'm really gonna have to wing it here, guys. I'm really gonna have to wing it here. And this is where you guys might find out how bad I am at balloon art. Or, I mean, art in general. I'm the best at balloon art, but, like, it's also just twisting bubbles. I'm just going to look at a normal trophy. Yeah, that did not help. All right, we'll just see what happens. I'm great compared to most people, unless most people spent an hour doing it. It's actually very easy. I promise you could probably actually get professional level in like a matter of weeks. Spending like 30 minutes a day for like a few weeks. That's actually what it did for me. I spent like probably 30 minutes a day outside of my other job for like a few weeks, and then I was professional in it. This is going to be fun, though. I like the challenge. Always up for a challenge. I'm okay with failing. I'm okay with failing. I had a different idea. I'm going to go back a little bit. Backtrack just a little bit, right? Thankfully, I can untwist these. There we go. Yeah, this might work better. This might. Multiple balloons. It's gonna be multiple balloons. Got the base-ish. I'm thinking of like. You got this, thanks. Blue's your favorite color? The The Lone Star State, is that Texas? I should know. I live in the U.S. I should really know because my ex-wife is from Texas. Tuxedo out of napkins. That is awesome. Did you say tuxedo out of napkins is not very difficult? Do you mean like a little one or like a whole big one? All right, guys. This is the... I'm just going to keep going. If I have to pop some balloons and start some parts over, I might. Trophy is a weird shape. I'm going to have you guys know. I'm just going to have you guys know that a trophy is a weird shape. But I'm going to try. That's okay, though. This is fun. Wow, this is weird. Guys, I have an idea in my mind and it's not going. I'll get it. I'm determined now. I am determined. How would I make this work? Try again. All right, I'm just gonna try it a little bit of a different way. Try it a little bit of a different way. Oh, there we go. Here we go, guys. I think I'm on to something. Oh man, I'm trying something new here. This is tricky. Trying a new type of twist I've never done before. Let's see if this works. Oh. Oh, guys, I have to hold so many bubbles right now. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. There we go. That looks a little bit nicer. I think one more balloon. And it should be done. All right. That's about what I had in mind. That's about the, oh, that's a bummer. Put it this way. There's the trophy. Dang, I was really banking on that third balloon not to pop. That was the support. Hey, looks good. I'm glad you think so. Thanks, dude. First try. I'll try to come up with a better trophy design. Something a little bit. Oh, fun fact, I actually the Lone Star is Texas. I should really know that. I married a Texan. Good job. That's for you, Fireworks. You got the first actual trophy of the stream. Hey, Moricum Zombies. This is a live game show where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. However, we're actually at the end of the game show. It ended about 25 minutes ago. And we're just kind of hanging out with all the players and the community we built. We play different kind of card games and some board games and things like that. They're usually... Hey, Retro, welcome back. Welcome back, Retro. Former champion. We're at the end of the game show, and I'm still just hanging out and stuff. I want to catch up with you guys' chat. This is my attempt to try to make a trophy for fireworks. Richard, that's cool about the napkin tuxedo. Looks weird from here, like the meat sticking to vegetables. I'm from Illinois. At least that's where I'm at now. Arkansas, Arkansas. Oh, for all of you guys, I know it's Arkansas. For all of you guys not from Illinois, the S is silent, so it is not Illinois. It is Illinois. Richard, we will not be adding this to Guess That Balloon. We will not be adding this to Guess That Balloon. That is funny. Still catching up with the chat. It's been a while making this trophy. Retro, been a while since you checked up. Yeah, I haven't streamed in about 3 days, I think 3 or 4 days. I'm surprised I'm still live. Yeah, I really like hanging out with everybody. It's really fun for me to hang out with people and talk, so I enjoy it. And this is the last stream of the night. And I also was challenged to make a trophy. Morgan, I'm not participating. Okay, I'm gonna just vibe and then leave. Awesome. Doing good, Retro. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better, Retro. Feeling a little better, Mindful, from Retro. I'm feeling a little bit better. I have a little bit of a headache, and it gets worse depending on the game. Like Battleship, I can't rattle it off like I'd like to. Yeah, I thought the same thing, Javier. I thought it looked like a frolf basket too. I thought it looked like a frolf basket. Won a special edition for fireworks. If you change your name, it'll be Cooper P on your channel. Cool. Just let me know. I can update you in the Hall of Fame and the Hall of Champions. It's 5:40 in the morning. Richard, when do you sleep? Oh, I remember, Richard. You sleep for like a few hours, I think, from like the evening to like midnight, right? 11:40 for me as well. Looks like it's 11:40 for James in Arkansas or Arkansas. You thought I said Cooper P on my awesome fireworks. 7 a.m. till 1 p.m. sleep. Okay. Oh, so you're probably going to sleep too soon then, huh? Guys, there's a lot of... Oh, fireworks you finally get. Yeah, fireworks. Just let me know. Come in and tell me your fireworks. Fireworks, you finally get a balloon pop for entering the Hall of Champions. That's quite the thing. I would sleep around the same time. Sometimes I stay up pretty late for the stream. Guys, this thing has so many cool things I can put. I can type almost anything on it, but it has an unfortunate text cap that I was not aware of when I bought it. Oh, it's slow. Cooper P. Your dog heard the balloon squeak and thought you had a toy? That's funny. Wow, you changed fireworks. You changed your username too? I mean your profile picture too? All right, Cooper, I'm going to change you. I'm going to change you in the hall on all the halls. Cooper, I just updated you in the halls. All right, Retro, I'm not doing any more games tonight. I should be doing a few tomorrow, at least a couple tomorrow. Oh, and I will be streaming Sunday. I'm supposed to hang out with a friend. I'm supposed to go out to lunch with a friend. But he doesn't wake up until afternoons, so I will stream on Sunday, but it probably won't be until a little bit later. I might only do 2 on Sunday. He's sniffing everywhere looking for the squeaky toy. Awesome. I'll have to let him know that we'll have to stick to a time so I can stick to the schedule. Because I like to let you guys know what time I'm actually gonna be doing the shows. It's you with the biggest deer you ever shot? Whoa. Let me see if I can. Dang, that's a big deer. Wow, you're a hunter, huh? That's pretty cool. Good job, Cooper. Man, that's a big deer. You've done. That's pretty cool. Good night to most and good morning to the small few, aka Richard. Cooper, good shot, good shot. You don't have deer to hunt here? Oh, I guess you wouldn't in the UK, huh? Do you guys have trash pandas? Richard, do you guys have raccoons? I forgot what they were actually called. Trash Bandits is another one. Trash Panda. I've heard them both. Trash Bandits and Trash Pandas. You haven't seen any raccoons? Whoa, they're cool. I used to have one. Well, kind of had one as a pet. My mother had one. After I had moved out, she got one like 8 years ago. My many snakes, like you have or haven't seen a lot of snakes. Deer jerky is good. Venison's pretty good. I really like deer jerky. The evil tent raccoon. Yeah, Baronator almost got into a fight with a raccoon. Not many snakes. Do you have a lot of spiders? I'd be okay with not many snakes. That wouldn't bother me. I'd probably prefer that. A special bullet and explodes when it hits something. You barely hit them, too, but you still got them. Hey, you got to start somewhere, Cooper. That's awesome. You still got them. You still got them. Good for you. If that's what you're into, that's cool. That's really cool. You still got them. You should be proud. That's cool, you know? Did you skin it too? That's a good skill to know. That can be a helpful skill, and that can be a helpful skill. Not maybe day-to-day life, depending on a lot of professions, but it can definitely, there's scenarios where it could help. You don't have any venomous spiders? Oh, I would love that. There were so many more spiders when I was living in Guatemala. I saw 2 scorpions in the wild for the first time in Guatemala. It was super cool. Yeah, James in Arkansas? Yeah, I don't want to be around your snakes. Oh, you've shot and skinned rabbits? That's cool. I've just really fished. I hunted boar once, and I got a boar before. They're invasive in Texas. I went hunting with my ex-wife's family. Kind of. I wouldn't really call it hunting, actually. Now that I think about it, no, because they were trapped and we were culling them. The snakes aren't scared. They stand their grounds. Say boas look scary. I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure boas are non-venomous. I think, but I think they're constrictors. So never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna Google it. Hold on. I'm pretty sure they're non-venomous. Which, yeah, boas are not venomous snakes. Yeah, they are constrictors though, which is crazy. Which means they'll like wrap themselves around their prey, and then they'll just like slowly squeeze it. I used to have some. Cooper, doesn't matter if it took 20 minutes, 7 hours, 3 days. You got it. You got it. I remember having I had a couple different types of snakes before. I had a ball python and watching. That was a constrictor as well. And all right, guys, we're gonna play one more bonus round. First person to tell me the color of the couch Baronator is sleeping on tonight will get a point on the scoreboard. I'm sorry, Baronator. Brown! Oh my god. Hey, Baronator, what color is it? I meant to say boars. Oh. Us men are good at that. Yeah, we are. Yeah, boars. Okay, boars, not boas. Yeah, you wouldn't. Oof. Boars can mess you up. They charge and they have the tusk and they can tear you open if you're not careful. And they travel in packs as well. Who said brown? I don't know what. Is it brown? All right, James got it. This is the first bonus point we've ever given. I'm not doing any more points. I'm just doing it for fun. For anybody else who comes and watches this later, because some people actually do go back and watch the streams, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, Cooper, I was in Texas when I culled the boars. I forgot I have this on. Matches yours. Spent a lot of time on it. Is that fun to... Yeah, man. Did this load yet? No, it didn't load. I want to see how this looks. Smart men buy comfortable couches. Watching the Flintstones right now. He's watching. Yeah, this thing's cool. Brown. Cooper, we all said Brown. First one to say it was James. But Cooper, I actually have to change. I actually take a picture of the scoreboard. I'm taking a picture of every single scoreboard before I... erase them. Leather does get hot and sticky. I had pleather. I don't think it was real leather. I think it was pleather in one of my cars. That was horrible in the summer. Awesome. Go get some good sleep, Cooper. I'm probably going to... Wow, I've gone like almost 40 minutes over. It's okay. It's been nice to catch up with everyone. I've missed streaming. I love doing this. So it's been nice to be able to hang out with you guys and talk. See how everyone's doing. A lot of cool animations on here. You should eat snacks without getting caught. Should I just put a card in the monster? Oh, is that what it looked like? Hold on. Is that what that looked like? I'm gonna watch. Oh, probably from the other one. Oh. That's cool. Yeah, this thing was neat. This thing's really cool. I really like this thing. Alright guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I got to make sure I eat. Do a little bit more reading for the night. Yeah, I want to try to get some more reading in tonight. Try to maybe get some rest for tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. I'll do a community post and stuff tomorrow. I'm going to try to fix this thing. One less thing to do tomorrow, right? Gonna head out. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. You guys stay safe too. You guys have a good night. Get some good rest for tomorrow's game shows. I'll try to catch up a little bit this weekend. Get a couple in, at least a couple in tomorrow, Sunday, Monday. Hope to see you guys all again tomorrow. Thank you so much for another fun game night. Oh man. Yeah, I need to get some rest. Have a good night, guys.